We're live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Coyote and Crow Tales from the Mizizibi. I am William, or Shawnee, and I am your story guide for this Coyote and Crow saga. And joining me today, we have Red.
Hi, I'm Red of the Zodiac System, and I will be playing Leah, the Path of the Coyote Tinkerer.
And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm playing Tawasikik, who is a Path of the Salmon Seeker.
And Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I am playing Nadi, who is a Path of the Falcon Seeker.
And Holly.
Hi, I'm Holly. I'm not just now getting into Roll20, and I'm playing Tella. She's a Path of the Falcon Whisperer.
Sen will not be joining us tonight, but as always, Black Lives Matter, trans rights are human rights, eat the rich, believe women, happy Envy Month, I believe we have established.
Yes.
Yep.
And I'm sure there was something else that I was going to say. Also, the stream is powered by Sirenscape.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
And when last we left off with the Coliseo. Oh yes, and my normal thing that I do for this particular game. This game, Coyote and Crow, is created by native voices for everyone, but also especially for native players. So while many of us in this game have native heritage and are using this game to explore that, none of us in this game actually grew up immersed in native culture or have that cultural experience. So this game will not look basically anything like a game that would be run by native players. So do not take this game or our representation of it as what a native experience in this game should or would look like. When last we left these Coliseo, they had made their way to the coastal village of Haskanatak on the eastern end of the Haudenosaunee Confederation. And having assisted them with some encroaching creatures that had posed a threat to their natural environment, got permission to explore the bay that village got most of its fishing sustenance from, and in an attempt to try and locate information about the missing pods that had been separated from Liv's ship, the Skidbladnir, when it had been sabotaged and sunk into the ocean. Upon delving into the bay, the group discovered that the most likely source of where Liv's pod got carried into this bay specifically was on the back of a massive, enormous sea turtle. The creature still seems to be resting, submerged in the sand and silt and mud of the bottom of the bay. And when we left off, I believe the last moment of the group was uncovering a bit of the dirt to find the broken bit of shell where Liv's pod had impacted with its back upon being launched free. And questions had been asked about if there could be anything done to improve the health of this broken bit of shell. It was determined that honestly, without significantly more tools and materials, the best thing you can do is let it heal on its own. It doesn't look like it's life-threatening, and it does look like it is in the process of healing over time. And that's where we pick up. Take it away.
We need to look at the rest of the, like, see if we can examine any more of the shell. I know it's kind of submerged and buried, but we need to see if we can't get it.
Maybe we can. Do we want to dig? That seems like a lot of. I don't know how.
Do we have anything with us that would assist?
I'm gonna poke my hand in the soap or whatever's down the mud. See if I can feel. Start
Go
trying
ahead
to.
and roll me as I take a check here. I need to look at character sheets. Go ahead and roll me either survival, herbalism, or medicine.
Okay. Let me see which ones I'm best at.
Is that
You know what? I just got herbalism. Let's do it.
Is that for all of us or just
For
Tawasika?
Tawasiki specifically,
Okay.
because they're the one trying to examine
Gotcha.
with their hands.
2 successes.
So the thing that you realize is that the silt layer is actually not that thick. What is thick is that there is a basically biome growing on the back of this thing's shell.
Mm-hmm.
As you sort of dig through silt, you begin to find mosses, algae, underwater grasses and plants, coral structures that have taken root and begun growing on the back of this turtle's shell. There is an entire, as you look up and you realize, oh, this isn't the sand mound. You're at the bottom curve of the turtle's shell right now.
Okay.
And you realize all of the plant matter that is growing out of this is on the turtle's shell.
Yes.
There is algae and plants and stuff that is rising up out of the silt. Those are not in the bed of this bay. Those are on the back of this turtle.
Yes. From I don't feel the edge of the shell yet. By any
No,
means.
not yet.
No. Okay. Ooh. Don't want to disturb too much of the what's growing on it.
Anyone who would like to can go ahead and roll me 1 second. I need to check. Biology, folklore, or herbalism again.
Let's see. Do I have any of those?
Would science count for this?
Science is biology is a subset of science. If you don't have biology, I will allow science.
Yes, I would like to do that. A success.
I will roll the herbalism that I
Nice.
have no ranks in, but it's still my highest roll.
I'm gonna
Oh, wow.
spend 2 mind on that roll.
Turn the 11 into a 12, and then... Oh, no, sorry, I'm looking at Tala. Turn the 2 11s into 2 12s.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, all right, go ahead and roll me 2 more d12s.
I got a 9 and a 4.
All right, so that's 5 successes with a critical. 6 successes with a critical, actually. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so naughty with 1. Baseline, you can tell that this whole ecosystem is in sort of a symbiotic relationship with this turtle. That's what you get with at least 1 success. With 3 coming from Woya, the plant matter that is integrated with this turtle shell looks like it's been here for 3 and 4 for Boya and Tala. Really, you both have similar range here. It looks like it's been here for a while. Like you are seeing generations of plant growth on the back of this thing. You suspect that more than 85 to 90% of this thing's shell is covered in growth. Woya, or not Woya,
Tala.
Had
sorry,
six
yeah, sorry.
successes.
I got a 1.
Tala and
Yeah.
Tawasiki, sorry, that was you two. Woya, as I get my names mixed up constantly. Woya, with your 6 and a critical. What you get is you have a recollection of some reports about the landbound variant of this creature, the what is known as the Tonkamakasi, or large turtle. The landbound variant, at least, is in such a profound and deeply necessary symbiotic relationship with the plant matter and other material that has grown into it that attempts to clear out any of the ingrown matter is hazardous to the turtle's health. You would suspect the symbiotic relationship between the plants and the turtle is likely the only reason that a macrofauna of that size can remain vegetarian.
Makes sense. Yeah, so Waya's going to communicate. We shouldn't mess too much with any of the ecosystem on it. It's the symbiotic relationship they're too well integrated. If we harm any of the plant matter, we're going to harm the turtle.
Okay.
So we can't really go digging all that much. Do we know anything about like, does this have a common? I doubt we would know this, but does this creature have a common boundary or territory? Distance it would comfortably
regular sea
be.
turtles tend to just follow ocean currents and can travel across the world on those currents. You would suspect the same is probably true for this thing. It probably goes where the currents lead. You would suspect that bays like this, where things are able to settle, are common hibernation and healing places for these turtles to settle down when they need to rest or heal for a bit.
That does answer the question why it's here out of season.
It got injured, and
that does mean we're more than likely going to need to go up coast. Because if it followed the current south, more than likely.
That would make sense. Yeah.
The wreckage isn't this far down. This far south.
Okay, so let's find something this big has to make a trail.
Yeah. Is there a roll that we can make to find any presence of this having come through on the currents around the beach of recent, or
Roll me tracking.
Okay.
Can I assist with that? I'm okay at track. Never mind. Don't need it.
Oh, okay. Neat.
So with 4 successes, you can determine that on a seasonal time scale, this was recent, but we're still talking in a matter of weeks. But
Any form of trail that didn't actively devastate parts of this ecosystem won't be noticeable at this point.
which, to be fair, this thing is massive. There is
Right.
some trail like that. But the thing that you do realize as you sort of think on this and you put your tracking and like pathfinding skills to test, those boxes are heavy, but they're also big. And at a certain depth, the density of water will render them buoyant enough that they will not sink to the bottom. Ocean currents being what they are, it is entirely possible that rather than all being up coast, some of those boxes could be scattered in all along the east coast of this continent. The only reason the box would live ended up in a bay is because it was on the turtle's back and it was aiming for the bay.
On second thought, with the currents the way they are, and that taking into account the box Liv crawled out of, it's buoyant enough of an object that they could have been carried anywhere on the currents. More than likely south.
How many boxes were there? Looking at Liv.
We were a crew of 12. There were enough life pods for all of us.
Did you all
Okay.
make it into one, though?
I don't know that answer. I know that at least 2 others had made it to their pods before I was launched in mine. But I was third to be released. I do not know the status of anyone else after that.
There are at least 2 other pods out there. At minimum.
Okay, then south. And hoping that we run into pods? That seems like...
Is there... Johnny, feel free to cut me off if this is something that I might that would not even potentially occur because of technology and the like. But did you guys have like a tracking, some kind of tracker in case?
We have an emergency signal that can theoretically be traced, but it's not incredibly long range.
But if could there potentially be something on the original craft?
The most powerful transponder that would have been able to pick up those signals from a long distance and was coded to their signal would have gone down with the ship, yes.
So if we start with the main craft, we can at least gives us the starting point and we can go from there. And maybe find something that will show us, the locations of maybe.
Need to find out where the wreckage settled, though.
Yes. But that's at least easier than trying to find anywhere from 2 to 12 and we don't even know how many it is between them. Pods that could be
plus we're looking for a larger
miles
craft.
and miles. Yeah.
spot.
and a vessel is definitely. I would bet. I'm willing to bet dollars to Frybread that a vessel would hit and stay stationary.
Yes. Based on how we had designed the Skidbladnir, it was designed to be able to weather storm. It was very heavy material that was only buoyant because of its construction and the interior pocket of air. It was designed to crash through waves rather than be carried by them. Should it sink, it would inevitably sink fast and hard. The currents were strong, which means it is very likely that it came to rest near the shore, considering our estimates put us at just far enough that we could not see shore through the storm when sabotage struck. It means its wreckage may have been carried close enough that it could be somewhere along the near shore.
That's a starting point, at
Still
least.
not going to be an easy hunt.
You said that the pods could give off a distress signal. Do you think that if any of the equipment managed to somehow stay not crumpled into small bits, would potentially still be broadcasting?
The bridge of the Skidbladnir was the most pressure prepared and durable section of the ship entire, with the hopes that in case of catastrophic failure, anyone who did not make it to the pods could potentially survive long enough in the bridge to be recovered. Considering the amount of time has passed, I have no hope of that. But theoretically, even if the oxygen has long run out, the electronics might still be functional.
Then I might be able to see if we can't attempt to make a receiver to try and track that.
That
Yeah,
might
if
be
that's
our best
possible.
hope.
That would significantly make it easier.
Does mean I'm probably going to need to go to a bigger city for parts, but we can make do with that once we head north.
Mhm.
I will pose the question, is this not technically outside of the scope of your initial search? Might it be best to return to the city of Cahokia and report? And journey back out when we have a larger plan?
Yes, and that would also offer the ability to stock up, to improve our gear, and make an attack plan instead of just going at it full force without anything. We're still going to want to try and stealth mission as much as possible, but I think we can pull it off.
And now that we have the permission to travel through the swamps from the Quinceton, maybe that would make it easier the next time.
Yeah.
Depending on how far that swamp extends, we can do a lot of the things we were stealthing for. Just
True.
going through there. I mean,
Not many people are going to want to go through that swamp.
yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's a brilliant plan.
As far as you are aware from your geography lessons, that swamp is mostly like runoff from the Great Lakes and the Ohio River that
Okay.
lands in the rain shadow of the mountain. So it extends a good distance, but it's not like that swamp is going to get you the entire way there.
No, but it'll get us a fair bit of the way, it feels like. Maybe.
I assume that's what the shadowy part through the word Hananosani is.
That's the
I
mountain range.
That's mountains.
Okay.
But like from that shadowy bit basically over east to the Great Lakes is largely swamp.
Yeah, I don't. Let me get us a good bit of the way.
Or west to the Great Lakes. I'm looking at this map upside down because,
Okay.
upside down to our current Eurocentric perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Cahokia.
Yeah.
Plus, you've got your equipment there.
Waya's just going to put a hand on Liv's shoulder once they get back to shore. It's not nothing.
More than I was expecting.
And the sight from the turtle definitely gives us hope, because if it's following the current, then we know to at least it at least gives us a good trajectory.
Yes. The fact that we had made it into the inland currents means that odds are better than otherwise that at least the pods made it to shore or something near it.
I have a question once we get back to shore. For some of the elder we came to talk to, Wasti.
Yeah.
How far is the nearest bigger city?
From here, if you're looking for large cities, you're probably going to have to go, at least in Haudenosaunee, you're probably headed all the way up to Dodahan.
How about south into because we're pretty close to the where the Kitawari Republic sort of
Yes,
lands
we are close to the Kitawagi border. Kyowi is further away than Dodahan, but
are there any closer than that? I want to see if it's close. Maybe we can sort of try and pick up some of the gossip, see if anyone has been talking about. No offense, Liv, but you're very remarkable. If anything, like you showed up, if people are keeping it quiet like they did in Cahokia, then it won't be anything. But maybe people are talking about something, and that's one more lead we have before we head all the way back. I don't know.
the Kitawagi Federation is more trade heavy than the Haudenosaunee. The Kitawagi Republic is more trade heavy than the Haudenosaunee Federation. Confederacy. As nation titles change constantly. Yeah. They are more commonly metropolitan. So there may be some larger cities between here and Kyowi. I know that the Pensacola Bay is one of the larger ocean ports. and the city of Okute exists as well on the east coast, with access to the ocean. But I do not know much more than that about our neighbor nation.
Well, thank you for what you do know. I don't know if that's worth the detour before we head back, but if we wait, that gives more time for information to come out. So maybe just the next time we head back here is just a thought.
That's a really good idea. Also will give us a larger area to sort of aim for.
And of course, the of note, you'll find more separate cities in the Kitawagi Republic in general. The Haudenosaunee Confederation has the single largest megapolis on Makasung. If you're looking for a large city, you will find none larger.
I was thinking skeptical. I'm from Cahokia. It's the biggest city ever. I don't know if we've heard, but nods.
For reference, for those uneducated, the megapolis of Haudenosaunee encompasses like 4 different named cities in the book.
Yeah,
that are all basically one massive sprawl. That goes, quote, between the eastern shores of Isogami and the eastern seaboard.
Yeah,
So,
that tracks.
From the Great Lakes to the coast.
Yeah. I'll believe it when I see it.
That is promising.
I guess, but bigger doesn't mean better.
Depends on the situation
I was about to say the same thing.
and the person.
True.
Again, same thing, and just walking into the city.
Tala will follow her and just give her like a bump with her elbow.
You guys are getting started on your path back home?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
To cut a trip relatively short, because it's largely going to be the same trip that you made in reverse. The one thing that I would like the group of you to do, as you're passing through the mountains, about to make your way back into the swamp, I would like anyone who feels like it to roll me either survival or tracking.
Well, cool. Please survive.
1. Jeez.
Damn, naughty.
Wow. My God.
Tell me you're a cop without telling me you're a cop.
We all know Naughty's This is why
Naughty's somebody you don't have to do that. Are you a cop? You have to tell me thing.
If you just ask Naughty, are you a cop? Naughty will go, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So what does Naughty notice?
So the rest of you, signs of
their special
activity in
eyes.
the mountains. Naughty, those Kayazan are following you. The ones that didn't go in the direction that you encountered them, that headed towards the mountains.
I like that.
You are fully aware that those Kayazan have caught your scent and are following you.
Has this been at this point? Are we
This is gonna be this is like a day or two into your journey home.
okay?
So yes, you can hit a couple long rests real quick to get your stuff back.
So I will just preemptively have rolled it because generally Naughty is
Yeah, you keep the
mind
communication
linking
up,
us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good. So yeah, through the link, we're getting followed. By the way,
By what?
the that word that was
Diason?
just said. Thank you.
Kayazan, which is the purple cancer, the mutation things.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Mm-mm. Do you know how many, Naughty?
With 10 successes, do I know
Yes.
how many?
Somewhere between 8 and a dozen.
Ooh.
Do we want to continue?
10, give or take a couple.
Okay.
That's a
Forward, or do we
fall
want to
back.
try to? Do we want to try to kill these things?
We can't
I will
leave them.
note they are following you. They are behind you. The swamp is ahead of you.
Ah,
Yeah. I don't want to
Uh,
lead them back to Cahokia, but
let's see how many we can lose in the swamp.
I'd like to bet most of them.
probably. Is it going to be good for the swamp?
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Gonna.
Have a parrot.
Is there any sort of thing we would be able to roll to tell if it's going to be okay for the swamp? I don't want to.
Will it be fine?
Herbalism, folklore, medicine.
All right, I'm leaning on the herbalism. Let's do it. All right.
I'm gonna roll that too.
No, that's a failure.
Drug.
That's bad.
5.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Paula, you would probably surmise that if anyone can, you would probably surmise that if anyone is going to be capable of knowing how to deal with Kayazan, probably the animate spirit made of swamp matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna be fine, guys. Let's just we'll go.
Oh, okay.
We'll feed these things to the swamp. It'll be fine. Come on.
All right.
Because you are aware of them, they do not catch up to you before you get to the swamp. And so you make your way back into the swamp on your way home. There's like a rumbling sense of affirmation of your presence, as you get the sense that the King Satan's awareness of you has been ticked as soon as you entered the swamp.
Yep. I say hello. I offer a gift.
Thank
Just be polite.
Mm-hmm.
And then some hours later, you feel a pulse sort of sweep through the swamp. And there is almost the sound of a crashing wave on the shore, but it sounds too thick. As if a massive swamp matter just rose up and crashed down on something. And you get the sense you no longer have, and you get the sense you no longer have a tail.
Yep. It was fine.
Yeah. The swamp had a snack.
Okay.
I am so glad we were all deemed worthy.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Based on folklore, the Kinsaton doesn't normally like flatten those it doesn't find worthy. It usually like haunts them and drives them insane until they starve to death. You get the sense that Kayazan kind of gets special treatment for being particular problems.
I'm fine with that. I'm not
I-
mourning them.
I appreciate the info, but not better. Not better.
Affirmative.
Just wave to the swamp as we make our way through.
Conveniently, as mentioned, you have no problems moving through the swamp. Not only is the ground seemingly more amiable to your passage, you don't get nearly as stuck as you would expect to walking through the swamp, but you also have no problem finding food or clean water to keep your supplies up, and you never get lost. There's always seemingly something pointing you in the right direction of where you're trying to go.
It pays to have friends in the forest.
Or the swamp in this case.
Swamp in this case.
Got friends in wet places.
But with that done, the rest of your trip is largely uneventful. At that point, you've lost your tail. You know where you're going. You make a slight detour to take advantage of the swamp and try and avoid some of the more populated areas that you had to sneak by on the way. But ultimately, you're taking mostly the same route back that you took out, and you've practiced this. You've made it through once already. So it takes, again, better part of a week, but you do eventually make it back to the confines of Cahokia. And I can, once again, return you from the map of Makasang to the map of Cahokia. You no longer need the race route. Complete that. As you return to the city from the east, so you're going to be coming in along this road-ish.
So do we need to report this in, or are we just in for supplies and then back out?
We should probably give them at least a brief summary of what we encountered.
It can't hurt.
And what our plan is.
Yes.
You are largely independent, but an update to your superiors whenever you come back to town is never amiss.
What's the handbook say, Naughty?
Well,
The handbook says to report in when you get.
Here's the thing: when it comes to the council, I see fuck the handbook.
Whoa.
I mean, this is not a secret opinion of Naughty's at this
I
point.
know it's just
It's that first
very-
mission.
What have we done to Naughty?
Great, somebody
I don't think
them how to cuss.
Tamasika realized this at that point. She's still in her own head.
Yeah.
The moment
So
that
this is
Tella
new.
realizes how much she screwed up Naughty.
Just now? Only
I
now.
broke them.
But yes, technically, according to the handbook, we should report in.
But
So if we want to do that, so we keep them off our fucking backs, then sure.
How about one or two of us can report in? And like Woya, I know you have stuff you need to work on.
I'm going to be inundated with IT work again, which is not a bad problem to have, but I know one thing I need to do while in town. I have to go haggle. All of this is getting pricey, but it's fine.
Would you like me to assist you in haggling?
I would never say no to you unbuttoning a top button. So
Finish that sentence. Okay.
Nadi looks very confused at the moment.
Paula pats Nadi on head again.
It's a phrase. Have you never heard that phrase before?
Not in that context.
Oh.
Way has gone pink.
Liv smirks and raises an eyebrow.
What was it? To Chizza then?
To Chizza.
All right.
It's going to overshadow all of that.
I guess as the resident Outlander, it's probably a good image if I join the group that's heading to the council.
Yeah. Much as I don't like that answer, yeah.
So who aside from Liv is going to report to the council?
Tala was going to go report to the council. She can meet Woya if that's okay with her to help haggle in a bit.
Oh, yeah. She'll definitely be able to, like, chat with the guy for a bit.
Would anyone else like to come?
Naughty.
There is
Like,
a conflicted look.
I see the thought bubble.
There is a conflicted look because on one hand, default is yes. On the other hand, council.
Yeah, it's just like there's just an ellipsis thought bubble over Naughty's head right now.
Like, follow Tala, but council.
Right. Very much that. I mean, if you need someone to go with, I can go with, sure.
Only if you want to.
I mean, do you need someone to go with?
I have Liv.
And Liv has that sword.
Okay. Well, I'm not worried about that.
I am.
No.
I mean, if that's worry, like,
They would
look, if that's the worry, anybody going in to see the council, if they're planning to kill them, they're probably not cutting out, no matter how big a sword they have.
They know what that's you know what, Naughty. Yes. Score one for you. You got that one.
No, if they're gonna do anything, it'd be word things.
This is all very reassuring to me.
I do love that all of you are convinced that the council has it out for you.
No.
When they gave you this assignment to say, hey, you have free reign, go find the other.
I mean, I feel like it's just Nutty and everybody else is just humoring them.
Yes.
Oh, no. Woya is still upset from the first mission that everybody they were on. It's also why she did not put up too much of a fuss when told, hey, go build things.
So no offense, Naughty, but you don't always get the layers of word things happening. Do you want me to go instead?
That's sure if you want. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Naughty, if you want to go with Boya, or if you have something else to do, that's fine.
Oh, I don't have anything else
You
to do.
could
Yeah, I can go
practice
with
climbing
Leah.
trees
Why?
to get better at not
I-
falling out of trees.
I only fell out of the tree that one time.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
in
I
their
only saw you
defense,
climb a tree once.
I was gonna say, in their defense, they only fell out of the tree because they climbed up into the tree. Had they not
Yeah.
been in the tree, they would have
I'm
not
just-
fallen
the
out
next
of the
time
tree.
you climb into a tree, I don't want
That-
to have to deal with you falling out of a tree again. That's all I'm saying.
A, Leah has a very good point, but B, I have climbed trees before. It's not that I have never been in a tree.
Sure. Uh-huh.
I don't want to derail this. Someone remind me during break, though. I have something associated with this that happened this past week. So someone just
Excellent.
remind
Fair
me.
enough.
Yeah,
During
yeah,
break.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I have
Mm-hmm.
You're saying that like you don't think I have.
No,
I mean, I've
you,
only ever seen you read the handbook.
you did
And, like-
climb a tree.
I have climbed trees before beyond that one time.
I'm sure you have.
Just because I didn't do it for fun, because climbing a tree for some reason is
Ooh.
fun.
My niecey is picking up a tone. This is fun.
I do love. I do love. Yeah, that was
I gotta-
emphatic enough that the Nisa that was
Uh-huh.
translating words to text picked up the tone. It was like,
Yeah, it's like there's a tone here.
I do.
So I'm gonna go. Pushes Naughty towards Woya.
Mm-hmm.
You two have fun.
Bye.
It's very much here, babysitting duty for you.
Right.
Throw Naughty at you.
As they walk off, turn to Ria. I've climbed so many trees before.
I don't know how to say that I believe you without sounding like I'm being derisive. So yes,
Okay.
I assumed you have.
Okay.
It's so easy to get under their skin.
I know the difference. I understand having climbed for practical purpose versus having climbed for fun.
Right. Sorry, climbing for fun is stupid.
As we're walking away, I know it's easy and it can be fun, but stop picking on Naughty.
I'm picking on them for their own good.
No, it's not helping anything right now.
But they need to learn,
They
I
will.
aren't picking. There's so many things that they're not.
They
I
will
just
learn.
imagine that as you are walking along, you guys pass by a mirror that Tala definitely does not look in during the conversation. Sorry.
Oh,
Well, how are they gonna learn if it's never?
Are learning, being a part of our look at what they said about the council. Look. Like that's progress. So they're learning. Okay.
It's paranoia. They're prone to paranoia.
I
That's what's happening. Did
I
you
learned the
hear
wrong way that you can't force Naughty into things that Naughty does not want to do or shouldn't be doing. I mainly learned not to drug. But
You can, you just shouldn't.
especially now with the astral
There are
projection.
things that people need to learn so that
There are, and they will, but you kind of need to take things slower with Naughty on that sort of thing. They process things differently.
fine. I'm just saying the paranoia is going to come in. I don't know. I have a bad feeling about it, and I trust my gut.
My gut says everything will be fine.
I give you. I fall
yeah, but
back.
I don't trust
but I'm
your
giving
gut.
you side eye.
Hey, I'm still alive. All right. Let's go to council people.
All right. Yes. Hey, by the way, do you think I was gonna try and get a Nietzsche blade now that we're back in the city?
A what now?
Don't an Nietzsche blade? Do not tell name of
Zin.
my cousin.
Zin.
Zin. There we go. Don't tell Zin.
I really wish
gonna
she
be-
said do not tell name of
Do
my
not.
cousin.
No, I don't. I say Zin's actual name. Don't tell her.
Okay.
She's gonna be upset about it if she finds out. But I need to practice. That's how people get better at things. Is you practice.
I have no issues with it. I don't see why they should be upset by this, but
Perfect.
I
I'm
won't tell
glad
them.
you understand.
Yeah. Trying new things, protecting yourself, it makes sense.
Exactly.
Picking
I
up a monomolecular weapon just to play around with
Uh-huh.
It's fine. Um, it's fine is her motto, by the way. I mean, is Zen just like really overprotective of you, or
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I don't mind all the time, but it's just sometimes you just want to fuck around, you know?
of course. I mean, I'm kind of like I didn't mean to, but I am kind of getting like overprotective of Naughty. Though they don't go just screw around and do stuff, which I kind of wish they would, because I would be in full support of that.
Right? I feel like it would help.
It really wouldn't.
Yes, it would.
It would go horribly, horribly wrong.
I wish at that moment Naughty's voice popped into our heads. It really wouldn't.
That was not Naughty voice. That was more like Ron Howard narrator voice.
Mm.
Would not go well.
It's all these just weird gaps, you know? In their experience.
Again, they've had a different childhood. I don't know if they actually experienced a childhood, but a different, I don't know, growing up saga than the rest of us.
Do you know what it is? I don't talk to them that much. They're annoying me with the mind reading thing.
I mean, they didn't want to fully open up about it. There's definitely stuff with their family, and they they think, and I'm sorry, because I might be confusing Naughty with Zen. Was it Naughty thinks that they're bad luck?
That's Zen.
Or
Zen.
that one's
Yeah.
Zen, but there's
Mhm.
something similar with Naughty, and I'm trying to remember because we discussed that a while back.
I'm trying to remember what you were told.
When we were in the barracks, Naughty was talking about how like they didn't like other people to be around them in the barracks.
Everyone
and, like,
dies around them? Something I thought it was something around
That's
those
the
lines.
Yeah.
gist of it.
Yeah.
That
like
is the gist of
yeah.
what was suggested.
That was it. Like they don't have family. They never like have had a lot of friends or any friends up to this point and stuff. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So she'll relay that to
Okay.
the policy guide. Yeah.
Huh. I will find out.
No.
Okay. Like not.
I'll ask gently. I'll let them take
Don't
their
be
time.
aggressive about it. Okay. Settle. They're not ready to fully open up.
Give it time. If you
Yeah. Yes. Give it time
if you
and don't pry.
that's how you have to get into an oyster sometimes.
No, Naughty is not an oyster. Naughty has no oyster-like qualities. Okay, maybe a few, but
I was gonna start listing them.
Yeah, no, she like just, just
I'll
give
be
them time.
nice. I'll be nice.
I think they will open up the more they are around us as a group and the more comfortable that they feel with us.
Okay.
But
All
we're going to
right.
let it happen naturally.
Yes, naturally.
By naturally, I mean the speed at which I naturally ask questions.
Uh-huh. But naturally, I mean, if you put something in a greenhouse, it goes faster. You just gotta put a lid and some heat. I don't say this out loud.
Or sign it.
Yeah.
All right.
Kawasaki just thinks this. It just
Yeah.
nods.
So, the pair of you make your way to the council building.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Nadi and Boya. What about the pair of you?
Well, I'm gonna need to pick up supplies to build. Uh,
I saw
receiver.
I saw this slow crawl over the shoulder.
You tried to be so polite, and you just. I'm very proud of you. You did great. But I have to build a receiver so that we can see if we can't track the the vessel.
Hey, what do we need for that?
And she'll start listing off components.
Okay, where do we go for that?
I've got a guy actually, and she will take Naughty to her usual tech guy.
Who I don't recall if they have a name.
I actually might have that written down.
We should watch Naughty try and haggle.
Yeah, that'll go great.
We're very quickly leaning towards the no area of me having that written down.
Cool. Figure out a name when that's relevant.
Okay.
Again, the one game where I cannot just make a name on the spot.
Ma'am.
So, the pair of you are making your way to Chizit for that. Is there any conversation that happens along the way?
Not from Nadia's not starting one. I don't think, but obviously we'll respond if there is any to be had.
How are you feeling about these missions?
I mean, we need to, they're important. Something for us to be doing. It's something that, like, which is not to say that it's just busy work, although, from the council, it might be busy work. Like, it's definitely important stuff. And I think that, I don't know, short version, I guess I'm pro.
I'm just as long as we don't get. I know they gave us sanctions to do this, but as long as they don't just suddenly pull the rug out from underneath of us, I'm fine with it.
I'm a little. I think it's better if we were to find them than, somebody else
Yeah,
that the council sends,
we have
I guess would be the best way to put it.
yeah, we've been able to see the council in a different kind of light, and some of us have a little bit more vested interest in this.
Yeah.
So if they just thrown any color so on it, I don't think it would have gotten done properly.
Right. So yeah, it's fine. I'm okay with it so far. And then there is probably a good 10 seconds of silence before, oh, how about you?
I'm happy we're able to help Liv.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm very much in the same vein as you. Like glad we got the free time, the capability to do this at the time we did, but it does feel like busy work.
Yes. Busy work. Prevent potential political catastrophe that might lead to another conflict between different nations. Busy work.
Well,
I mean, anything sounds bad if you phrase it like that, story guide. You only have to go to the store and get milk. Like,
I am preventing starvation for this entire family.
I mean, I guess I'm less concerned that it's busy work and more concerned about what the council might want to do with.
Yeah, that's been sort of in the back of my mind as well. Oh my God, Cat.
Cat's like, it is my turn. It's my time now.
Attention.
There. You've had attention. Please go. Thank you.
Yeah, had and have currently from everyone at all times are two different things.
Right.
When they arrive at the shop, Woya will introduce Naughty first before going into any details about any technical questions that get lobbied her way when she just walks in the door.
Your tech guy, we were going with the name Kasa.
Kasa. Okay.
Kasah. I will go ahead and put it in chat.
Oh no, I did write it. His name is Chitagi.
Oh, hey, cool. Excellent.
Right at
We
the very
just
bottom
wanted
of the
to
background.
make you try and come up with a name on the fly.
Yeah,
Oh, that's easy.
And then
I have a name generator.
Hi.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and they will look up. Yeah. Hi there. It's not. I don't usually see Woya coming in with someone else.
No, it's not. It's not E.
Yes. Hi there, Naughty.
I don't use that as a short or anything. But hi.
Hi.
Woya's kind of hiding a little bit of a smirk.
Look over at Woya. What can I do for you?
I need to build a receiver for a signal that may or may not be broadcasting on networks that I may or may not have access to. I need wide scale scanning capabilities.
I was about to ask, how big of a range are we talking? Both like dimensionally and also frequency wise.
It's not for bad reasons at all.
Naughty roll.
looks over at Naughty.
Naughty
I
rolling up
believe
to the
you.
airport in the "I'm not a terrorist" t-shirt.
I believe you.
Good.
Yada. And then looks back over at Woya.
Uh,
And they say Suyata with the same inflection that someone who is of our political leaning in the U.S. says cop,
Yeah.
officer.
officer.
Completely goes over Nutty's head.
Uh, uh, my answer is the biggest margin for error you've got on both.
All right. Those kind of compete though.
Yeah, the signal strength for or bandwidth for distance, right?
Yeah, you'll need. Well, the thing is, the wider range of frequencies you pick up, the more interference you're going to get over distance. The narrower you can make the frequency band you're looking for, the more it can ignore any other frequencies it might be picking up and find what you're looking for at a greater distance.
Boyle will pull up her Nisa and fire off to Tala. Can you ask Liv the frequency at which her emergency signal broadcasts out? Or like a frequency bandwidth we can look within? A range?
She will ask.
And the group of you are waiting to be let in to see the council, as there's a lot of waiting involved in this kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You get that. You ask Liv. Liv says a unit of measurement that you realize is her unit of measurement from across the water, and then she realizes that's not a unit of measurement that you guys use for frequencies, and she has to stop and consult her visor for a second.
The equivalent, yes, 17 Gwarkles.
And then she does some math in her head to try and convert the numeric values of her own frequencies to the ones that you guys use. And then she gives you a frequency.
Okay. Tala will pass that on.
The fun of non-standardized units of measurement.
Yep.
Way kind of reads that for a few minutes. Just holds up her Nisa to Chitagi.
Hey, I mean, you got it down to the decimal, like 3 places in. So yeah, I can make something that's that specific, and that should give you a pretty long range.
Fantastic. I can either, my usual, either I can assist with labor to put it together, or do you want to work out a trade for the parts?
Knowing how complicated this is, it is slightly more advanced than a communicator, but a communicator is only cost rank 3, so this will be cost rank 4. Firing things. Your wealth value is 4 as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I have the
You can just go ahead and make me a wealth check. I'm going to say difficulty. You have wealth as a gift?
I have financial gift of 2.
So the difficulty is going to be 6. And you're looking for 4 successes. You have enough mind.
I'll spend 6 mind.
You don't even need to spend 6 theoretically. You could just spend 1, then roll your critical die.
Yeah, we'll spend 1 and see what happens. So, yeah,
Look at that. You only
I'll
need to
use
spend 1.
3. Yeah, I only need to spend 1.
So yeah, with enough successes, you've got this. The parts and stuff I would need to put this together for are not that expensive. You can afford it. Even on a Suyata's salary.
When Tala shows up to haggle, just give her the usual, okay?
Yep, I will make her number go up.
And Whale will just spend time shooting the shit with this man until Tala walks in through the door.
Meanwhile, Tala and Tawasikik eventually are led in to a meeting of the not a meeting of the full council. It's actually just your handler is in the room along with why am I forgetting? Councillor Arania is not the one who retired? Yeah, I don't think Arania is the one that retired, but yeah, Councillor Arania is sitting there with Chipo, your handler, as the pair of you enter, and with Liv. As the trio of you walk in, both of them look up. It is good to see your Coliso returning. I take it the rest of your team are making preparations for whatever is your next steps.
Yes, that's we just came to update you on everything.
I appreciate checking in with the council.
We're more
Please.
here to regroup.
Let us, we will take your report.
Do I need to go through the whole thing in detail?
But I will
Okay.
ask you, are there any details you are leaving out or placing emphasis on?
I don't think I'm leaving anything out. I don't think anything needs to be left out currently.
All right. Anything of particular emphasis?
That they might be scattered
Yeah,
far and
it may take a while and more people than just us to find everything.
So you finish your report, and the counselor nods. It is as I was perhaps not afraid, but certainly hoping would be otherwise. It decidedly sounds as if it will be difficult to keep the news of this from reaching other nations. Diplomatic activity may be necessary in the consolidation and return of Liv's companions to her side. I am sorry that your friends and compatriots will not be rejoined with you sooner, she says, looking at Liv, who just kind of nods but doesn't really give much away in how she's feeling about that, the way that was stated. And she's kind of, I frankly would have been surprised to learn, I would not have been surprised to learn that none of them could be expected to be found, and I was the only one who actually made it to shore. So at the moment, them being scattered to the winds is an improvement over what I was expecting. Finding them and bringing them together is still very important. Counselor, on that, we agree. And so I will continue to grant this Coliso the leave that it has enjoyed to go where need be and do what need done in order to retrieve the remaining stasis pods or members therein. And with the increasing escalation of this mission being made apparent, I will enjoin the rest of the council to procure you with diplomatic clearance to move in an official capacity amongst both the Kitawagi Federation and the Haudenosaunee, the Kitawagi Republic and the Haudenosaunee Confederation, so that you no longer need quietly sneak your way through their lands.
We would appreciate that.
Do not thank me yet. I still have to convince the rest of the council of its worth. That will be a battle on its own.
You need any assistance with that?
Not at the moment. And she kind of says that with the sigh of, I wish you could, but I kind of feel like you being there would make it harder. We thank you for your report. If there is anything else?
Tala will look at Talasika.
Can I get a read on her reactions to all of this?
Go ahead and
Just-
roll me
In case there's anything we're missing.
investigation.
Okay. I'm not naughty good at this, but 5. And a crit.
You get the sense of a tired old woman who is like, I really wish all of these political disasters were not happening at the end of my life when I do not have the energy to deal with it all day.
Yep. Okay. No specific reactions to all of the information we were giving her, like nothing pinged as odd.
Not in particular. You get the sense that you may have suspicions about the corruption and efficacy of the rest of the council.
Yeah, no, I like her.
Yeah, Arania seems like a career woman who has very much been serving the city for her entire time as a councilman.
Mm-hmm.
And is at the age where it's like, I am so far done with everyone else on the council's bullshit.
Okay. Then Tawasiki's gonna say, no, thank you. Thank you for your time. Sign.
Very well, then I leave you to rejoin your companions and make what preparations you need. Stay in the city for at least a few days so that I can debate the rest of the council into submission.
We can do that.
All right. We'll probably need a few days anyway for everything Way is doing.
Very well. Good fortune to you.
And to you. And Tala will leave.
Yep. Wow. I don't think I ever want to get into politics.
Nah. It's more fun on the stage.
Yes.
I haven't been there in a while.
You're a singer or
Actress.
actress? My grandmother was a singer. Why haven't you been on the stage in a while?
Motion to like us.
Besides that, why did you?
I just wanted to try other things, really. But it's a little hard to do shows when we're like being sent off on missions.
Yes. Well, I mean, we're here for a couple days. Triumphant return.
Maybe.
Maybe. Are you good, Liv?
At the
That-
moment, I am doing fine. Shall we meet
Okay.
up with the others?
Yeah.
As you guys make your way over to join up with Woya and Nadi, that's where we're going to take our break. Remember, when we take our break, you take yours. So sit up, stretch your legs, do whatever you need to do, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Please enjoy these commercial messages.
We are back.
Oh, welcome back.
A dinosaur story.
No.
And we did just have a giant turtle.
Turtles are not dinosaurs.
That's a turtle story. It's a totally different movie.
It's a very different movie.
It's about these turtles that live in the sewer.
I was going to say, that's it.
I was imagining a Lisa Frank-esque sort of nonsense.
No, that was
I-
in the Monday night game.
I
Yes.
was thinking more Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's fair. I've never seen it.
My youngest is currently, it's like the only show he'll sit through all the way. He loves it.
Yeah.
You've never seen any of it?
No.
The animated series, not the first set of live action films, not the second set, not the
No.
animated movie, none
No.
of it?
No.
Not comic books?
No.
I didn't know that was possible.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Okay.
process that. But you're
Congratulations, you found
familiar
the new
with
trees.
them, right?
I am. Yes, it's like just constantly everywhere. I've never seen
Okay.
any of them.
Tell
Okay.
me
I'll
you
be
at least know the theme song.
Teenage. They say their names. They say like the name of the show in it.
Yes, repeatedly.
Yes.
Yes. Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles, Teenage Mutant- Yeah.
Sorry, I've been using this to calm Richard down sometimes, and it's been working. So
But
there's been a lot of this at our house.
I will say you're not missing anything with either of
Yeah.
the first one. The first franchise, it would be controversial for me to say this in front of some people, but you're not missing anything with either of the live action movies franchises. The animated film, really good. The second animated reboot that came out a couple years ago, also really good.
I've heard
And
that it looks good.
I have not seen a bad animated series from them.
Okay.
Anyways,
Well, you're telling me that Secret of the Ooze is not a movie that you want to see again.
fuck no.
It's a great title.
I loved those movies as a kid.
Kevin Nash, get the fuck off my screen. Yes, WCW star Kevin Nash, professional wrestler, plays Super Shredder.
I kept thinking that was where the "Tonight I Dine on Turtle Soup" line came from, but no, I think it's from the animated series.
I think so, yeah. Anyway,
Now that we have informed our viewers about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Anyway, yeah. Scream 2.
my
This
proudest
is the quality
achievement.
content they come here for.
Scream 2 will ever be the thing I am most proud of.
We reunite.
Yeah, so yeah, you guys regroup. Woya and Nadi, you are. I don't know what Nadi's doing, but Woya is talking with Chitagi about technology while he is working on putting together your receiver. When the rest of them arrive.
Made it back. We were not killed. She's nice for a politician.
She's gonna wrestle with the rest of the council.
To try and get us diplomatic immunity.
Yes.
Ooh.
So it'll be easier for us to travel.
I know it's not diplomatic immunity. That's just what I'm saying.
It's like it's not the lethal weapon thing.
No.
Diplomatic immunity
Just needed to say it.
just got revoked.
But that's going to take some time to argue with the rest of the council about.
No, of course it is.
But we told them what we found, and
She asked if we could stay here a few days so she can
Yeah.
argue.
I think they're realizing it's not going to be possible to keep it all secret under wraps forever, given
Oh, Oh, good. I would love to have more hands on this because more scientific minds and more people will create, like, especially if we can just have diplomatic immunity to walk through instead of having to skim
Yes.
through the rivers. Like, we can actually take equipment and be more set up and for a long-term mission.
Mm-hmm. How's this been going? Got everything you need?
I think we do.
Have you haggled or do you need my help?
Oh, I need your help.
Okay. How are you doing, Naughty?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing good.
Have you haggled?
No.
Okay.
What? No.
No, just wondering what you've been up to.
Oh, I was just helping. Giving me a questioning look like
Woya suddenly realizing that there was another person in the room while she was just talking tech to someone.
Yep.
I always picture Naughty in the corner eating chips or something.
That one kid at a party in the corner that brought their own Sprite. It's like,
You start talking about haggling, and Chitagi from over in the corner, like actively printing the device or like parts for the device that Woya asked for, just goes, the price stands where it is, and they spout a number of Nizi that is way higher than this thing is actually worth, and is way higher than Woya actually paid for it already.
the hell, Chitagi?
Yeah, if we aren't having to hide underwater, we can take sunwings in or something. Even.
I think the water's fine.
Okay, sure.
I've
What?
I mean,
You learn to haggle, he says, looking over at Woya.
gesturing to Tala.
Yeah, okay. Tala will begin to haggle. What exactly does Waya need here?
She's basically requesting short distance radio receiver to be made.
Okay. Tala will begin to haggle for that.
Go ahead and roll me charm.
I'll just go over and stand next to Nadi and sign. This is where we just sit back and watch a master at work.
Yeah.
Oh, it's awful.
Or maybe not. Everyone has a bad day.
I'm just here for moral support.
There's too many ranks in this for this.
Oh,
Two.
You can, to be fair, you can spend a mind on your.
I was thinking
this is
about
what
it.
Sen usually does. So step in here.
Your time.
Okay.
Well, fine. I won't.
He's fucking with you.
uh,
I would feel really bad if I got
Wait.
you to spend mind on a roll that did not matter.
All right. I will be
so
spending 7 mind.
while the haggling is going on, Woya just walks over to Tawasikik and Nadi in the corner is like, I already paid for that like 2 hours ago. So she let her just decided to let her have fun.
Yeah.
The haggling goes on for a few minutes as Chitagi is just having fun arguing the price for a thing that's already been paid for.
Can I roll like, I don't know, insight or something to realize that this has already been paid for?
Roll me investigation.
I am being fucked with. That is what is happening.
Okay, 3 successes.
By the time you realize that he's fucking with you, the price is still above. You managed to talk him down a bit, but the price is still above where Woya actually paid for it.
She just sighs, walks over to Woya. This is because I pushed you out of that tree when we were kids, isn't it?
It sure is, sweetie.
All right.
As Naughty continues to question.
You are not good. You are not convincing me about this tree thing at all.
Hey, I'm not a kid anymore. I haven't pushed someone out of a tree in like 2 years. It's fine.
How old are you?
She's like, I don't know, 25, 26, no, 28. Never mind.
You were 26 the last time you pushed someone out of a tree.
Yeah. This is Tala. She didn't say what the situation was, though.
There is just a slow turn of the head to give Toastikik a pointed look, and then a look back.
Okay, to be fair, not everyone is like me, and I would never push you out of a tree.
Well, thank you.
That would probably traumatize you for life. Woya can take it.
It would no, it wouldn't. I fell out of a tree not long ago. I'm not traumatized for life.
But getting pushed out of a tree is
Yeah, you
different.
weren't pushed.
Like, I'm glad you wouldn't push me out of a tree because if it's up there, I'd be up there for a reason and not because it's fun.
It's fun to climb trees.
You're weird.
We're talking about
So are
climbing
you.
trees, man. They used to be one of my favorite things to do when I was
I
a kid.
know.
Off to one side.
I would like to
Thank
remind
you.
all the players that means this conversation has been happening for well over a week and a half.
No.
It really has. Yep.
Longer. Longer, because we had like a week where we didn't play. And
Uh-huh.
longer.
Yep. Cool.
Oh no, I mean in universe. This
Yeah, in
conversation
game.
Oh, yeah.
has gone on for like a week and a
Yes.
half.
Yeah. It's a beautiful thing.
Zen comes back. We're still doing this.
Oh, this is never
Oh, God.
ending.
No.
Yeah, this is gonna be the thing.
This is the bit. This is the bit.
All right. We'll look at Woya. How long will it take to get stuff made? I mean, we have a few days. I'm just looking at a time frame here.
She'll look over at the GAT 3D printing parts. You'll see her actively do some math in her head. If Chitagi works straight through, could be done by dawn. So
Heads
if
up, I'm not going to be working straight through. I take naps.
right there. So day and a half.
All right.
Because someone values sleep.
Like I said, we have a few days. Actually, if anyone has anything they need to get done during this time.
I do. I need to go shopping.
All right. I think I'm going to do some stuff too. As she just wanders off without saying anything.
You curious?
Was
She's
that
walked
obvious to
up.
anyone
Oh.
else?
Naughty has just turned and gone to follow now.
Okay, there we go.
Just
We have a
just
duckling.
without a word, without even like a moment of hesitation.
Yes.
That's where That's where Talos goes, so that's where Naughty goes.
Beautiful.
We have free will.
So
Do I have free will?
after they've gone like out of earshot, Will
Liv
just
just looks over at Warrior like, did that sound ominous to anyone else?
I don't think we'll find Naughty's body. But it was wonderful knowing them. Oh crap. I'm gonna have
What?
to help Tala hide Naughty's body, and this is gonna get awkward.
She's
I
not
think
gonna
that's our relationship.
I'm gonna need to kill
I
somebody.
mean, let's be honest, no one would
have
blame it.
everything. Let's do this. Sorry, Jeremy, I cut you off.
I know that's fine. I said, let's be honest, no one would blame anyone. And it's not like you have any family to answer to,
Hey, what are you gonna do? Tell their parents?
right?
Tala wouldn't do.
Tala would never kill Naughty.
No.
Just
Not
funny
on
because at the
purpose.
beginning of this, it's all she wanted to do.
Yeah.
But now she would
Now you're protective.
kill her faithful puppy.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. Well, see you, will ya?
I will escort. I will ask Liv where she wants to go for the evening. Because I'm not going to just assume she wants to go back to my home.
Good to go wherever. I do not have any particular plans.
Good. And we'll just grab her hand and start walking home.
Paula's going to I don't know if I guess ask around. She's gonna see if there are any like auditions or any shows happening around
There are
there.
always shows happening.
Because she's curious to get back to doing a little bit of that. So, and Naughty can too.
You make your way.
Look, you're still eating, so you can't say anything. This is how we get Naughty to audition.
Sorry, Naughty's doing what?
Oh.
You make your way to the Nabanaba district.
How long does it take for me to realize Naughty's following me?
I don't know. How long does it take to realize?
How long does it take you to look over your shoulder?
I feel like she's thinking, like she's deep in thought. So
I like that. It makes it funnier.
I'm going to say, okay, how would she find out what shows were going on and how she could get involved? Like, where would she be
You would
heading?
just head to Nabanama and check out the popular acting theaters and just find out who's got something short enough that you can learn it in a couple of days and perform it.
And how far is that from my current location?
You're in Chize right now, so it's just across the river.
So then, I would like to say that she doesn't realize that until she gets there.
Yeah, you stop at the first theater that you come across after crossing the river from Chize to Nabanaba, and you just like stop. You sort of look at their sign that has the shows that are coming up and the auditions that they're holding today, and you realize that there is a presence over your shoulder that has been standing there for the past few minutes.
Hi.
And jumps out of her skin for a minute. Naughty, hi. How long have you been there?
I don't know how long has it been since we. How many minutes has it been since we exit?
As like you were
23 minutes
walking.
and 17, 18, 19, 20 seconds.
Okay.
What are we doing?
It was kind of a like I'm doing it, but
Oh. Okay.
unless you want to be in a show,
Blink, blink, blink.
well, I was talking to you know I'm an actress, right?
Right,
Like
right.
I was talking to Talasika that like it's been a long time, and they were like, "Hey, we're here for a few days. You should see, you know, get back out there and see if there's anything going on." And so I was curious to see that, which is why
Cool.
we are gestured to theater.
That explains that.
Yeah. I mean, you're welcome to come with me and support me if you want.
Yes, sure. Yeah, I can do that.
I doubt you would want to be on stage.
No, I don't think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, that's I figured.
I imagine the audition being like a certain person in episode 1 of Has Been.
I'm so blanking. When you say episode
Nifty.
1,
The ad.
Yeah, that's a,
oh,
Just
I wasn't sure if you meant the first episode or the original pilot. So
no,
I
sorry,
wasn't
yeah.
sure.
Episode 1.
Okay.
Action.
As every time.
How was it?
It's in the finale
Say
too.
the line.
Anyway, yeah, no, I can do that. Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Okay.
Where'd you get the food?
We passed by a place.
Oh, okay.
Want some?
I'm good. Thanks.
Okay.
And yeah, go
Yep.
and bring Naughty with.
Bring your shadow along with.
All right.
You have an assistant. You have an assistant that you don't have to pay. You have your own PA.
All right, Tala. Go ahead and give me a performance roll. Naughty, also give me a performance roll real quick.
I'm sorry, what?
You ever been to an audition? Are you? How much of a theater kid are you?
I am. No. This is gonna be bad.
So you ever been to an audition
Yes.
or seen the tag along to an audition who gets roped into the audition?
Like you're speaking from experience.
Ooh.
I have been the tag along who got roped into the audition.
Last
yes.
year.
Last year.
Yeah, it's like you're speaking from experience. Yeah.
Three.
And 7.
Well, Tala is an obvious choice. I didn't even have you modify the difficulty with your fame because it should have been, but
oh right.
Naughty, at some point, the director like looks over at you and is like, "I would like you to read this for me because we need an extra person to stand here and read the script, please."
Sorry, what?
Just stand on the stage at that point and read the lines off of this script.
Oh, okay. I guess I can do that. I'm just reading words. That's. Yeah, they will do it.
With 3 successes on your performance roll, I don't know if it's instinct because you can sort of read how the stage directions say this person is supposed to sound, and so you obviously follow the instructions and read it as the person is supposed to sound.
I like the idea that it's just the role just happens to be Nutty's personality.
Like completely deadpan.
Right.
But something about your performance the director really likes and is like, Well, the two of you, if you want them, the roles are yours.
Hold on, I need to make a mental a Raven's call roll. I mean, that
Enough
would
to
be
get
diff
you
five.
and Tala.
That would have been diff 5, but yeah.
Yeah.
What is he saying?
So sometimes it happens. I should have warned you when so I didn't realize you were following me till I got here, okay? Sometimes when someone tags along with someone else who's auditioning for the show, they like to try to convince that other person to audition as well, which is what they have done with you, and they're offering you a part in the show.
Should I take it?
That's up to you.
Okay. So hypothetically, if somebody else besides me was in this situation and asked you if they should take it, what would you say?
It depends on the person. Do you want to get up on stage in front of a bunch of people? Does it sound like
I
a
don't
good time to
know.
you?
You people have strange ideas of what a good time is.
I mean, do you want to try it?
I guess.
It's okay. This is your choice, not mine. Make the decision on your own.
All of a sudden they have their brow just creases. Stress lines appear. Sure.
All right. Well, this is a very short play, so we'll just be rehearsing for the next day or two just to get everyone used to the stage, and then show goes on. It's a one night show. The theater's taken up immediately after us, so only one performance to really do.
Oh, sounds good. Just stares at Naughty. All right.
Cool. What do we do now?
Come on.
Okay.
He hands both of you the script, which is 6 pages.
She will take Naughty off to a part of the theater and sit down with them and be like, okay, I need to explain a few things to you about theater, and starts rattling everything off.
Okay.
And here's what to expect on opening night, and here's what they expect of you, and you have to memorize these lines, and then there's a blocking.
I don't think I'm not sure if you've seen Naughty in I have a job to do and I have to learn how to do it mode. This is the most focused person you may have ever seen in your life. This is a mission and we will be successful in this mission.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of imagine a situation where you are being directed to do a thing might be the kind of thing that Naughty can actually have fun with.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, they are throwing themselves fully into this.
And I'm assuming we're rehearsing that day.
Yeah, there's a rehearse. There's after casting is done, there's a first rehearsal that evening, and it's mostly just here's read through, initial blocking to write down in your scripts, and we'll do the actual rehearsal the next day and the day after, and then the show is that evening.
She's going to send a message after this to Toya. That just says, so Naughty followed me and ended up auditioning for the show. So Naughty's in a show now. She's going to send that to Tawasika as well.
Oh, good. I hope they have fun.
Woya doesn't know that you've sent this to Tawasika, but Woya has sent this to everyone else in the Kaliso.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yes, this is going to be amazingly horrible.
I mean, except she would not have sent the message to Naughty, but everyone else in the Kaliso, I should say.
I think Naughty knows they're in a show. I don't know.
Yes,
Maybe
They are aware.
but they're not aware that everybody else now knows.
I'll be there opening night.
It's only one night.
I'll be there.
She
When
she
is
will
it?
send that to Woya too. It's only one night.
We can make it.
It's what? It's in like a couple nights.
Yeah, it's 2 nights from
It's
you have tonight, tomorrow, and the next day of rehearsal, and that last evening is the actual show.
okay.
So you've got 2 days from now.
She will also explain to Naughty what it means to live at a theater during the time of rehearsal.
Uh-huh. That's fine. I don't have anywhere else, so that works fine.
Yeah,
Why
no, they don't
you
have to go
so-
back to the barracks.
You're staying with me.
I mean, yes, no, yes, you know what I mean, though.
Okay, no, we
like, it's
will
not-
actually go back to and sleep at some point, but it won't be a lot of sleep.
That's fine.
Okay. And sometimes people do just sleep in a theater.
I mean, yeah, you sleep wherever you need to sleep.
Okay.
I think we've determined Naughty's actual calling and hobby is outside of Seattle.
The theater. Clearly the theater.
Naughty ends up being a bigger name than Tala.
I'm going to win at theater.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, that's what they're doing, apparently.
Yep, apparently.
Congratulations on your new hobby.
Comic keeps coming to mind now.
This
Do I-
not a new hobby, a new mission,
Mm.
a new task.
Same thing.
What is the show about?
It's your standard like straight guy, funny guy comedy. That is like it is the equivalent of like a brief Abbott and Costello routine, essentially, as like a short play.
So is it just 2 people?
It's the 4. There are you
Okay.
there are you 2 and 2 extras. But the
Okay.
2 of you are currently playing the leads.
Oh. It is like the 2 of us last year.
No notes.
All right, yeah, but yeah, that's what they're doing. They're living at the theater.
Meanwhile, anyone else have anything entertaining they're doing for the next couple of days?
Yes. I am trying to acquire an Nietzsche blade. I don't remember what the wealth rules are, but I have a wealth of 4, and I'm not going for I'm going for just a short blade,
Going for a short blade rather
which
than a long
is
blade?
cost 5, and I can't remember if I have to roll for that.
So for a cost rank of 1 higher than your wealth. Second. PDF has to actually let me load and hop around. You can either make it a short-term goal, or
mhm.
you can make a check, and if you succeed, you can get it, but you will also have to acquire a level of the debt burden.
Okay, I would. Ooh, that sounds fun. Actually, let's do that. Let's see. I would like to try and make a check for it.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a wealth roll.
Alrighty. Is it success
Do you
8?
do you have financial gift or burden?
No, I do not.
You don't have burden, obviously. So with no
Nope.
financial gift, you're going to look at standard success 8, and you're looking for
Okay.
5 successes to be able to acquire the thing.
Ooh, okay. Can I
You can spend
apply?
mind.
What?
You
I
can
can't
spend mind.
Can? Okay.
And yes.
I would also like to use my fame slightly for terrible purposes. Would I be able
What level
to?
is your fame?
My level of fame is 1.
I will say in this particular instance, it's not going to be able to apply.
Okay. All right, that's
If
fine.
it was 2, I would say you could get 1 off, but
Mhm.
because it's not strict. Like the thing that is supposed to help with this kind of thing is the wealth
Yes,
thing.
no problem. And then let's see. Yes. Okay. So here we go. And then I'll probably be spending mine because I only have 4 dice in this. Let's find out. 3.
You can theoretically, if you spend 4 mine, you make it.
Heck yes, I will do that. I got 1 mine left.
Roll me 2 more d12s.
Okay.
Yep, you just make it with the 4 mine spent.
Good.
So yeah, you are able to acquire an Anicha short blade.
Okay.
You do accrue a level of debt burden, which is something that you will have to pay off over time.
Okay.
But you acquire the weapon.
Sweet. All right.
And yeah, like the long blade is given to you in a magnetically sealed case
Mhm.
that is designed to keep the blade from cutting through things.
Yes. Okay. Do I owe this debt to anyone in particular?
To the shop that you got it
Okay.
from, and they will probably you can pay the debt off either by just like just overtime paying them what the difference is that you owe, or you can do some work for them in the meantime to try and
Okay.
help relieve the debt. It's just
Cool,
a thing
cool.
that you have to actively work at, essentially.
Mm-hmm. That sounds good. The other thing Tawasikik is going to be doing is now that she has a I ended up getting a second eye. She's going to be watching the old footage from the race when the accident happened. And you all are not seeing her very much.
The footage from your race when the
Yes.
accident happened?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm trying to see. This is the first time she has looked back at this.
Are you looking for anything in particular in the footage?
I'm trying to see what went wrong when what happened. She has wondered if it was her fault or if it was just the conditions, or she's been like consoling herself with just like it was the conditions, but she wants to know for sure.
Roll me investigation.
Two successes. Including
With
a
2
crit.
successes as you sort of pour over the footage that exists, which there's only so many angles that you can really see what's going on because you were in a high flying, fast moving vehicle at the time. You're focused on the path, the track of the race, at the time that everything begins to fall apart. But you see your partner notices something. right before everything begins to go wild. They seem to realize something is going on. And I forget, was it the crash that deafened you, or had you always been deaf?
I'd always been deaf.
Okay. So they start saying something. You can see their mouth moving. You can't tell what they're saying because you never could.
Mm-hmm.
But the last clear footage that you get before your Sunwing careens out of this camera, out of the footage's view, and you no longer have anything. You get a very clear shot of her looking at the back of your head from the co-pilot seat behind you, with an expression that's difficult to read, but you think you see sorrow on it, and you watch the unmistakable trace of her lips saying, "I'm sorry." And then the Sunwing is out of sight.
And Tawasika just, you see her playing that loop over and over again of that section of the race.
And unfortunately, the footage that you have here doesn't seem to be able to provide you any more information than that, but you just keep watching it, sort of burning it into your mind. Meanwhile, anyone else have anything that happens over the next couple of days other than rehearsal?
Nothing else exists.
Yeah, nothing else exists but rehearsal for the next couple of days.
Whatever, John.
No, I don't think Waya's going to be mostly just working on projects.
I need to run to the restroom where I'm not going to be able to focus on the remainder of session. So vamp for me and have conversations while I'll be right back.
Okay. Vamping.
Sorry, I would vamp. I'm writing something.
No,
okay.
you're working.
Okay.
That's fine. I mean, the next thing we have is the play, right? Because
Naughty's big debut, yes.
apparently,
it's gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. It's
You say it is.
see, there's like 30% of me that just wants to tell all of Cahokia to show up.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like 60 or 70% of me that's like, please do not traumatize the small child. Not a child, but
Right.
oh,
It's gonna go great. It's gonna be great. Lots of people are gonna show up. This famous actress is gonna be playing. We should plaster the walls in posters. Make T-shirts. Just really hype it up.
Tawasika, do you know the difference between the theater and a race?
No, it's all show business. Tawasika is not doing this. She's busy, but
fair.
This is me saying this is what we should do. It'd be very fun. Yes. Be great.
That worked out
What did I
timing
miss?
wise.
Yep.
Just discussing Naughty's big debut on the
Debut.
stage.
They were
Oh.
debating whether they should advertise.
Do you?
No, I think that the two Chaos Gremlins who would advertise for this are occupied with
Yeah.
either trauma or busy work.
Unfortunately.
But here's the question. Tawasikik, do you manage to pull yourself away from your trauma to actually go and see the show?
Oh, that's a very good question. I think she's gonna need a reminder, probably. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna willingly do it. So you all haven't heard from her in like 2 days, so straight. Ever since the like excitedness about, hey, performance, theater, I'm not missing it, and then radio silence.
That doesn't seem good.
I will remind you that Tawaziki did express the deep want to buy an Anisha blade, which is a dangerous weapon.
Yeah, Woya will go over to Tawasikik's the day of the play if she's not heard anything like
No.
2 hours, like 3 hours before the play. We'll just go to Tawasikik's because if anybody's gonna find her dead on the ground with an Anisha long blade sticking halfway out of her, it might as well be Woya. But yeah, we'll head to Tawasikik's on that day.
All right. Tawasikik, do you even notice when Boya walks in?
Probably not. I'm immersed.
What is happening in front of me?
I've got
Yeah, so Boya or Tawasikik is just kind of sitting in her room. The rest of the house is empty. Everyone else is out for the day. But Tawasikik is sitting in her room, seated on a chair, one hand on their temple, just watching with a second eye over their face, just watching footage that is being displayed on repeat.
clearly looks like she has not really like left this room.
The normal. It occurs to Weya that the normal steps that she would take are not going to work with Tawasikik. So we'll just very gingerly. Actually, we'll pick up like a stick and like tap on Tawasikik's shoulder from like 2 foot away a few times to try and get their attention.
The first couple taps don't do anything, and then there's a violent reaction. Good job on the stick.
I have seen AR dissociation before. I know what
And
that looks like.
Flips up the headset.
How you doing?
Red eyes. She clearly does not look great.
Probably
Okay.
hasn't slept in 48 hours.
Yeah.
Question, what day is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, so we'll spout off 3 days since we've talked. Yeah,
Hey.
okay, yeah. We'll just take the headset off and set it on a table. Going to get you some food. Going to get you some water, and after that, I'm going to make us some extremely caffeinated tea because we have a show to get to, and you have to survive through that.
Oh, that's today. Shit.
Unless And do not just lie to me and say you're good, because I have seen this before. I don't know what you were watching. I don't know your specific trauma or whatever has gone on here, but I have seen that dissociation before. And it is never good to come out of. So my question is, are you up to going and being around a ton of people to watch Nadi and Tala? Or do you need somebody to just be here with you and survive through this for a little bit?
She bursts into tears.
We will
Oh,
I'll open arms for embrace if she wants it. It is there. If not, there is no ill
Yeah,
feelings.
is gonna cling
Okay.
on.
Yep.
Is it like culturally it's not done to like watch on the second eye in like company and stuff like that, but like sharing my second eye viewer, would that be
Dad, that like if you are looking to share a specific experience that you want someone else to see, that is reasonable. It's more the like there is a person here who would want to
Yeah, and
interact
I'm
with you, and you are dusting them off to try and immerse yourself in the second eye. That is culturally considered rude.
Mhm.
Yeah. In between the blubbering, she is going to say, is the race. I was watching race footage from the accident. Not from the retirement party. Different one.
Okay.
And it's I hadn't watched it since
Can't imagine
she
what you felt in the moment. Go on.
I missed tried to say something to me. And I couldn't hear it. Is there a way on the second eye to like switch it or to like plug that into my Nisa to like just show like the video screen, not the
Yeah, you
the
can
full
absolutely just
immersion?
display it as a screen.
I think she's gonna do it that way to like, and I imagine she's very easily able to like toggle straight over to the beginning of the. So she'll
the exact point on the seeking track.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got the
footage you're
time
looking for.
stamp memorized by this point. So she's going to pull that up for you to see. She's not watching it at this point, but like is holding that out visible.
And this is the crash that your racing partner died in, correct?
Yeah.
Above table?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, I think at this point you've probably trimmed the video to just the footage you were watching on loop. So
yeah.
Willia doesn't say anything for a few minutes, just sort of letting what she's being showed absorb and process. Well, my question to you right now, and you don't have to have an answer, is, are you in the I want to talk and vent, or I want to sit in my feelings stage. Because I'm here to help through either. And neither is bad in this instance.
I've been sitting with my feelings for the last days, however many days.
Since I last saw you 3.
Straight. Distraction? I
Okay.
didn't want to miss the party. Thank you.
Of
I didn't
course.
want to miss the play.
Yeah, let's get you
Nani's
some
either going to
food,
be amazing or terrible.
and we have to be there to see whatever way that coin falls.
Yes, absolutely.
So Woya will get Tawasike, and will help
Have
in
you-
whatever capacity she will allow to get her. She throws her into the shower, goes and makes food, gets her water, and gets her tea, and just sits with her, making sure that she is taking care of the things her body has not had
Yes.
for 3 days.
Uh-huh.
I will say that while everyone else could have gotten a couple of long rests to restore stats, Tawasiki, you have not.
Okay. Yep.
You are still at that one mind that you have
Uh-huh.
left.
Yep.
Have you ever seen Carrie?
Have not.
I'm just saying there is a potential for this to go a certain way when you get somebody with mental powers on a stage and things go wrong.
I see what you're implying. Okay.
It's okay.
It's either going to be terrible or great. And I'm looking forward to it.
If Tala's the character I feel like she's probably safe. So
Yeah, more or less.
I think so.
Yeah. I will say Donna has probably been annoyed to no end about every single possible question.
Oh yeah.
Non-stop.
Oh no, I'm picturing like multiple scenes where she's just like sitting back in one of the chairs with her script out, looking through it, and then Naughty comes like over her shoulder,
Uh-huh.
like flails. And
Yeah. The one thing I feel like Naughty would be really good at is like memorizing lines. Like that feels like it's
Absolutely.
very, like I've
They
got-
are
I've
off
got this-
book
I've got
in
this
like
down.
an
Right.
they're off book in like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say memorizing like
Chunks of
I feel
Yeah.
like one of Nadi's autistic special interests is being able to memorize long bits of text verbatim as quick as possible, because that is a thing that you like. That is a regulated task that your brain needs to get done
That's good.
immediately.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
it's not even that long of a play. It's a
No.
one night thing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a one act too, probably.
Kind of is a one act, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but there are questions about every little thing.
Yes, Naughty. Yes, Naughty.
Just every single fucking detail.
Naughty, go get something to eat. You're hungry.
What does this blocking mean? What's stage right? What's
Right.
How are stage directions different from regular directions?
Why is that light being used in that way with that gel with like yes.
Naughty, go ask other people that work here.
Okay. Those poor other people.
I was gonna say,
At least-
you're a
at least-
problem now.
At least Tala knows how to deal with Naughty.
So by the time the show comes around, whether the tech crew wanted to provide it or not, Nadi has a comprehensive knowledge of this theater's inner workings.
Yes. Nadi can probably do any individual light sequence if it goes wrong. If for some reason go on, if they weren't on stage, they would be able to do it. They're the person who learns their lines, learns everybody else's lines, learns all of the tech cues, learns fucking everything.
Yep.
So the person I either love or hate in the theater.
Yes. 100%.
Spectacular.
They are going to win at theater.
Not a game. I feel like Tala has said that over and over.
Of course it's not a game.
Mission. And
It's not a mission either.
Not with that attitude.
They don't say that part of it. They just say they know it's not a game. You don't tell everybody it's a mission.
And everyone knows.
And everyone knows exactly.
So, the night of the show arrives as Tawasikik is brought out of her reverie and is brought to the theater by Woya. As Liv and presumably Zin and a sizable crowd gather, because I will remind everyone that Tala is a famous actress who is performing her first return to the stage since becoming a Suyata.
It's beautiful.
This will only end well.
I am very sorry for whatever happens to Tala's career after this.
I am not.
Boy is like, I am ready for some payback.
As the group that is not in the show takes their seats in the theater, and the lights dim, and the curtains, or whatever stands for them, begin to rise. That's where we're going to end for the week.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.